Het is al een tijd geleden dat musicalworld.tv zijn 2 miljoenste view vierde. Eigenlijk doen we dat met onze beste vrienden, maar het duurde even tot onze 2,2 miljoenste view om onze grote Musical World vriend te vinden. En eindelijk in een theater in Londen moet hij hier op dit podium te vinden zijn. Zoek eens even, Huip. En ja, Daniel, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Daniel Boyce, de hoofdrolspeler. Welcome, Daniel.
Thank you very much. It's gonna like oh, I'm red now.
But you shocked me for once.
I did?
Yes. Seeing you wear 4 plaid shirts.
No, it's a bit strange. Lovely to see you.
So, it's been 3 years.
It has.
Yes.
Long time.
What has happened in between? You must have married a bonny lassie now and having a child on its way.
No, that's not happening.
Oh.
I'm still single, isn't it depressing?
Daniel, in the VIP room.
Here we are.
Tell us, of course I followed you through Twitter and on the internet. You were in high society on tour. I can't afford a fare to Glasgow, so you had to do it by yourself. What was that? High Society the movie, I think.
Yes, High Society the movie. I played Mike Connor, which was made famous by Frank Sinatra in the movie, a reporter. It's a beautiful musical by Cole Porter, and I toured for 6 months with it all around the UK. It was a really lovely job.
Did it feel different from being here for more than a year in one theatre with Avenue Q?
Yeah, obviously it's very different. Touring is different, and we were weekly touring as well, so it's a different venue every week. We were lucky that we got Sundays and Mondays off each week, so I got to feel like we had a proper weekend. And then we only did 7 shows rather than 8, which is that kind of unheard of in the theatre world.
Yes.
But I hadn't toured for a long time, so I was a bit dubious, but I actually absolutely loved it. We had such a good time. The company were lovely, really lovely cast. I really had a lovely time.
Men, I mean of a certain age.
And after that, what did you do? You won the Neighbours theme song. I even voted for you.
Oh, thank you.
Neighbors, everybody needs good neighbors.
Yeah, it's a bit surreal. I've always watched Neighbours. I don't know whether you have it in Holland.
No.
Do you? No.
No.
It's an Australian soap, for those that don't know, and it's been running now for about 28 years, I think. It's a very iconic soap. It's kind of gone downhill a bit in the last few years, if you like, and ratings have gone down, but I still watch it. I watched it as a kid, and especially someone of my age. When we were children, our generation, Neighbours was huge. It was one of the biggest programmes watched on television, on the BBC. It was on BBC One. So to think then, if I'd known in a few years' time I'd be singing the theme tune, it very surreal.
Did you have to really fight for winning to sing the theme?
What they did was you had to submit. There was a backing track online. You had to submit your version of the song, and then they picked 5 winners from the UK and 5 from Australia. Which the public could then vote for. So the British public voted for myself, and the Australian voted for a girl called Steph. And then I got flown to Melbourne in Australia. For
Melbourne, Australia?
Yeah.
That's the other side of the world.
The other side of the world, just for 5 days. And then we had a head-to-head. We did a battle. They called it head-to-head for to become the winner. And ultimately, they chose a duet. So. The kind of thing about it, which was a shame, I loved that they picked a duet, I thought it was a lovely idea, but we never actually got to record the song together.
No.
I recorded my version, she recorded hers, and then they've kind of mixed them together. So it works, but I think it could have been better if they'd actually let us record it together. But I love it, and people think it's hilarious and very exciting.
So this means we can hear you every weekday, each weekday.
Twice a day. Twice a day. Channel 5. 1:45 and 5:30 on Channel 5.
Yes.
You'll hear me.
And what is it bringing you?
Singing the theme tune to Neighbours. A bit of street cred, I guess. It's not bringing me any pennies, put it that way.
No, but people maybe know you.
Yeah, I can't believe how many people think it's the most exciting thing. I obviously do, but I don't go around shouting about it, but it's a nice little anecdote to tell people because, like I say, everyone of my age particularly knows what Neighbours is. If you ask anybody, they'll know what Neighbours is. So to say that I sing the theme tune, it is kind of fun.
Yes, but I think you put it on your resume.
It is, and it's in my biog in the programme as well.
Years ago, you expressed your wish to do movies, and you actually did 2.
I did. They're only short movies, 2 short films. One called Little Man, written and directed by a guy called Elder Rappaport from Tel Aviv, and one called Fallout, which I actually was written by a Dutch writer.
Even from my hometown Utrecht.
No. Oh wow, there we go. It's an interesting piece. It's a very good idea. It's about a nuclear explosion, a fallout, and I end up being in a fallout shelter, just myself and a guy, and it turns out that he's my ex. And it was a very bad breakup, so it's basically a short comedy but kind of serious piece about how we deal with each other, basically.
Yeah, I saw the trailer. I saw you in a preppy kind of costume.
Yeah.
Were you from school? were you leaving school after when the nuclear explosion happened?
The idea is behind that we were on our way to work, not knowing not knowing that I don't speak to my ex anymore, but the shelter that happened to be near me was the one I ran to, so I'm in my work outfit.
Yeah. And Little Man, it was on BBC?
It was on BBC Two, yes. It was filmed by the festival, I think they're called the Festival Film Company, and it was basically part of a gay short film festival, gay and lesbian short film festival, and it was a brilliant fun and a real learning curve for me. That was the first bit of acting I'd done on camera, and this film's 25 minutes long, so it's slightly longer than Fallout. And again, it's a strange piece. I play a lawyer who kind of sleeps around and can't settle down with a. I'm a gay character. I can't settle down with a particular guy. And basically it's about why, and the demons in my head kind of telling me why I can't, and you find out why at the end.
Both of the movies, you play a gay character.
Yeah.
Aren't you afraid that you are going to put yourself into a niche, niche market?
I know what you mean. There is a bit of that, I suppose. It's just a coincidence. It wasn't like I pushed for that or anything. It just so happens that the 2 films I got were that. I don't know. I mean, I'd like to think I can play straight characters, even being a gay man myself.
You look so butch today.
Well, thank you. No, it's just a coincidence, and that's a very good question. I do know what you mean, and I'd love to do some more and playing straight characters.
Outside of the niche market, what would you like to do in movies?
Gosh, what characters?
Anything that pays.
Anything. I'd always loved costume dramas, period dramas. I love Downton Abbey, things like that. I would love to be in something like that, playing a servant, I think.
A servant?
Yeah.
Not a rugged knight in Game of Thrones.
Oh, maybe that was nice too. No, I'd actually like that. I've got a friend who does lots of jobs like that, and he's always looking very handsome in long wigs and armour, and I'd love to do that, of course.
And today we're at the Playhouse Theatre, and you're back on the West End again.
I am. Yeah. I'm very excited. I only joined Spamalot 3 weeks ago now. It's a very short contract because unfortunately the show is closing after years of touring and being in the West End. So I knew from the start I was only going to be in town for 7 weeks, but it's such a fun show. I'd seen it many times before. I'd never pictured myself in it, which is strange, but then I got the audition and I got the job, so I'm thrilled. It's really exciting.
You play Lancelot, and this show has been on Earth for 6-7 years now, so we can disclose that you are a gay character again. Again, a gay character.
Another gay character. I am a gay character. Ultimately, yes, I end up being a gay character, but it's not. I'm not playing as a camp character. I'm still a knight. It just so happens that I fall in love with a boy in the show. It's a very quick moment, and it's very funny.
And your return on the West End, how was that? Do you still have fans at the stage door?
Yeah, it's so lovely and humbling that people are still out there supporting me and wishing me well and wanting me to do well. It has been a while since I've been in the West End. I've been busy doing other bits and pieces. So yeah, to get all the cards and letters from people every night and people at the stage door, it's lovely, and I'm very grateful that they still support me.
But you're not singing?
No, it's I have one line in this show, and I'm singing like a very butch, straight man when I sing the line. But no, it's great because I'm getting to show other people that I can do other things other than sing, and I love that.
Yeah. Can you still sing, Daniel?
I'd like to think I can. No, I do. I do lots of concerts still. I'm doing one on tomorrow, actually, Sunday, West End Recast, where we get to sing songs that would never be cast as, character-wise. So that's going to be great. That's full of really good West End people. No, I do sing, and obviously I've mentioned this for the last few years. I still desperately want to do another album. It's something that I really long to do, but it's just the financial thing that is holding me back. There's been a few companies that have said, "Oh, we'll help you," and then it falls apart. It's ready to go. I just need to get that money really. Yeah. I mean, I could do it myself, like I did the first album myself, but it was so stressful. I loved doing it, but it was so expensive and so stressful. This time I want someone else to come along and go, don't worry, you just go to the studio, record your songs, and I'll pay. But I think I'm going to be announcing very soon a pledge music campaign where I get people to pledge money and they get something in return for it.
Start a Kickstarter project.
I will. I think I absolutely will. I know a few friends that are doing that now, and it seems to be the way forward because, like you say, it's so difficult to get funding for albums from record companies these days.
And if you start one, I'll be the first one to donate £5.
Oh, thank you very much.
April 12th, Spamalot will be closed.
Yes.
What then? Tesco? Working at Tesco?
I hope not. No, I'm actually going to Bolton Octagon Theatre, up north, for those of you who don't know, to do a production of Love Story. Yeah.
The musical.
The musical Love Story. Yes.
It's now in Holland. It's playing in Holland.
What's his name?
I can pronounce his name.
I can't.
Freek Bartels.
That's the one.
And what are you going to play?
Well, who do you think?
Oliver.
Yes. Oliver.
Oh.
Yeah, it's very exciting, and I'm doing it with Lauren Samuels, who's one of the Dorothys on a Dorothy program we had here, the Search for Dorothy. So yeah.
And such a departure for you. He's not gay.
No.
Goed idee.
Well, Daniel, the next time we're going to see each other, is that in 2017?
I hope it's sooner than that. No, I love seeing you, so let's hope it's sooner.
Yeah. And what would you like to say to your fans?
Thank you constantly for your... Well, thank you, sorry, I'll start again. Oh no, I've ruined it now. Sorry.
This is a famous movie actor.
Thank you for your constant support and messages of encouragement. It's very humbling, and I couldn't do it without you, so thank you.
So close, and still so far.